Chapter 11. I grabbed the front of my sweatshirt. I pressed both hands tight against the bulge of the mask. Whoa, I murmured, holding the mask in place under the sweatshirt. Stop imagining things, Steve, I scolded myself. Calm down. The mask started to slip down your chest. That's all. It wasn't moving. It didn't bite you. Get in the house, I ordered myself. Hide the thing in a drawer in your room and pull yourself together. Why was I so nervous? The scary part was over. I had escaped with one of the great masks. Now it was my turn to scare other people. Why was I standing there scaring myself? Still holding the front of my sweatshirt, I pushed open the front door and stepped into the house. Down, boy! Get down, Sparky! I cried as a little black terrier greeted me. He leaped high off the floor, bouncing off me, barking and whining as if he hadn't seen me in 20 years. Get down, Sparky! Down! I wanted to sneak into the house, run to my room, and stash the mask away before my parents heard me return. But Sparky ruined that plan. Steve? Is that you? Mom stormed into the living room, a fretful frown on her face. She glared at me and angrily blew a curl of blonde hair from in front of her eyes. Where on earth were you? Your father and I went ahead and ate dinner. Yours is ice cold by now. Sorry, Mom, I said, still holding the front of my sweatshirt to keep the mask in place as I tried to push Sparky away. The lock of hair fell back over her forehead. She blew it at it again. Well, where were you? Well, think fast, Steve. You can't tell you sneaked out to steal a Halloween mask from the basement of a store. I had to help Chuck with something, I finally answered. Sure, it was a lie, but it wasn't a serious lie. I'm usually a very honest guy, but right then, all I cared about was having the mask. I had it, and I was desperate to get out from under my sweatshirt and hid in a safe place in my room. Well, you should have told me where you were going, Mom scolded. Your father went out to do grocery shopping, but he's very angry too. You should have been home for dinner. I lowered my head. Sorry, Mom. Sparky gazed up at me. Was he staring at the bulge of my sweatshirt? If the dog could see it, Mom could see it too. I'll take off my coat and come right down, I told her. I didn't give her a chance to reply. I spun around, leaped onto the stairs, and ran up two at a time. I flew down the hall, burst into my room, and slammed the door behind me. I took a few seconds to catch my breath. I listened hard, making sure that Mom hadn't followed me upstairs. No. I could hear her banging around the kitchen, warming up my dinner. I couldn't wait to check out the mask. Which one did I take? When the light came on in the store basement, I grabbed the mask without looking. I stuffed it under my sweatshirt before I could see it. Now I eagerly reached under the sweatshirt and pulled out my hard-won prize. Wow! I raised it in both hands and admired it. The old man mask. I took the mask off the creepy old man. I smoothed out its long strings of yellow-white hair, holding it by the big pointy ears. I lifted it in front of my face and examined it closely. A single white tooth hung down over the bottom lip. A brown wormhole poked through the center of the tooth. Outside in the front stoop, the big tooth had scraped my chest, I realized. That's what made me think the mask was biting me. The mouth was twisted in an evil sneer. The lips curled like two brown worms. The long nose had gobs of green dripping from each nostril. A square patch of skin was missing just above the forehead. I could see the gray skull bone in the hole. The whole face was creased and lined. The flesh was a sickly green. The skin appeared to be peeling off the face. Dark scabs bulged from the sunken cheeks. Black spiders appeared to crawl through the stringy yellow hair. Spiders poked out the two layers. Yuck! I cried. Was a hole in the scariest Halloween mask in the world? No, in the universe. I began to feel a little queasy just holding it. I rubbed the scabby chin with one finger. The skin felt warm, like real skin. I practiced laughing like an old man. I tried a dry cackle. Look out, hogs, I told myself. When I come leaping out at you on Halloween night in this mask, you will jump out of your skin. I raked the ugly long black hair over my head. My fingers bumped over the spiders tangled in the hair. The spiders didn't feel rubbery. They felt soft and warm like the skin. I gazed unhappily at the disgusting old face. It sneered back at me. The brown worm lips quivered. Part 2, next time.